Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday, and we're coming up on New Year's here. We're in between Christmas and New Year's, so today we're going to play some green chess. Got a ton of moves. Let's see how many we got now. We're off the page right now. So we're actually spilling off the page here. Let's get cracking with some Barolina chess. Oh, look at him attacking me. These pawns are crazy in this game. I guess I'm going to have to move my bishop. Let's go here. Pin that knight. Alright, so I'm going to skip double chess. Let's just take a peek at the Trice's chess move. Okay, this is the one where I was kind of mulling whether or not I should go after White's king with my bishop, and then I decided to kind of push this pawn right here in front of the king so I could bring the archbishop out. So let's see, we got kind of a funky move here. I can go to c4, check, and then take on b2. But is the pawn poisonous? It seems like it might be poisonous. It might be poisonous. So, I don't know. It looked like a good move at the time. Now, I'm not so sure it is a good move. Let's see. Well, I don't think it's too bad. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and play the archbishop there. I assume he's going to block with the archbishop. Now, here is where I think taking on b2 would just be a bad idea. A little too poisonous. My archbishop will get kicked all over the place. It won't get pretty. So, instead, black doesn't mind trading, typically. So I'm thinking we go ahead and we trade here. And then whichever way he takes back, I'm not going to worry about auto-replying it, but I think I can then play bishop to a6, and then the Sportimbre will have to block with the knight on b5. And then I could play c6, and it could get crazy because then White could open up this diagonal for the rook down here. So we'll see. That one's going to be interesting. Let's see. We had another move. Okay, here's 3-player. Normally I save 3-player for later, but I can kind of sneak 3-player moves in. The 4-player ones are the ones that really take a lot of mental energy, for me anyway. So, well, let's see. I think I'll just go ahead and complete my fianchettoing. Not sure what that crazy knight's doing up there. I could attack the knight, and maybe I'll wait for black to do something aggressive toward white, and then I can go after white's knight, and then he'll be getting hit by 2 armies at once, and he won't be able to guard all those threats. If I do it right now, he just saves his knight. So here we are in Knight Rider. This game has turned out to be pretty interesting. I'm playing this Googleplex guy in 2 Knight Rider games. Well, I was. He just resigned the other one. But this one is still extremely close and competitive. So let's see. I feel like I should just go ahead and push this pawn here. That definitely looks appealing. But you know what? This rook comes down there to e4, and that'll probably refute that move, to say the least. He'll be hitting my Knight Rider, and the queen will be hitting the Knight Rider, and I'll have to run, or I'll have to block up the rook, so that's probably a bad idea. Now, you see how this Knight Rider is hitting this h2 square, and then so is that queen x-raying it. So, in the next move, black could go crazy and play g5, and it's like, uh-oh, we got problems. So, I think we're going to have to actually play g3 to overprotect and block. So I'll overprotect. I'll play this move. This overprotects the Knight Rider. It blocks that nasty x-ray from the queen. Shifted chess. Let's see. I just brought my knight there on the last move, I think. Let's rewind and see. Boom, boom. Okay. If I take on that pawn, if that knight takes the pawn and the king takes back, there'll be a pin there. I could bring the queen over, or I could just bring the queen up right now. It's tricky. A lot of crazy stuff going on here. I feel like this is like a tactical puzzle. A lot of excitement here brewing. But yeah, he's got that knight guarded enough ways that I can't just throw away my knight and try to win it, get a pawn or something. can bring the queen up, threaten queen taking that pawn with check. So this guy right here is the one I want to target. I can bring the queen up over there. So, by the way, this is a good moment to point out that on green chess, they don't give you any like leeway if you do a mouse slip or something. And here, just a moment ago, I kind of felt like I almost moved my queen by accident. Once you like touch a square, that's it. Like it's done. So you don't get a hey, are you sure about that move? Even though it's turn based. So be careful when you're touching squares that your pieces can go to. Okay, so I don't know. This is tough. You know what? Probably the best move here is just to go ahead and pile on with the rooks. The only thing is that bishop could go here and attack. So, yeah, this is tricky. I feel like there's a tactic here, but I can't quite find it. Cannot quite find the tactic. So I'm looking and looking, but I just don't know. This is tough. Maybe I'll come back to this one. Okay, let's play some three-player. Okay, I don't know what red's last move was. So, right there. Pawn takes, pawn takes. Okay. All right. It's always good to see, excuse me, guys. It's always good to see the my two opponents fighting it out. So I've been kind of like laying back here waiting for them to do something against each other. But what I'd like to do right now, oh, you know what's interesting? I totally left this pawn hanging. I wonder how many moves I left that pawn hanging. Oh, I played the knight there. Yeah, so for one whole move, I've left that pawn on d3 hanging. I think that's the second time I've done that. But the good news is now that I don't know why I didn't just play pawn up before. It's crazy. Seems like I just fell asleep at the wheel in this game. As soon as that pawn went there, when red's pawn went there, I should have just pushed this pawn, but I didn't do it. Then I hung that pawn, so I had at least one move there was just kind of a complete blunder. So let's go here. All right, and then this guy never moved. We get a lot of these never moves people. So you know you get I'll come back to this. So you get 2 weeks between moves. Like if you take longer than 2 weeks, you lose on time. There's no ratings on this. Okay, so this is the last one-on-one game. So I guess I need to go ahead and figure out what I'm going to play in this one. Yeah, see, this bishop going to, what is that, f5? I don't like it. Don't know where to go. I want to really start a kingside attack. Just don't know how I'm going to do it. Feels like I should sack the knight, but don't think that's actually going to work. So I need to probably just make a developing move that isn't bad. Oh, you know what's funny? Why don't I just go rook here? I guess I saw a ghost, you guys. If you were paying attention to what I was saying like a minute ago, I totally saw a ghost because I thought that the bishop going to here would attack my rook, and that's like I obviously need more coffee because completely different diagonal. Although the one thing I probably do have to worry about bishop-wise is that this knight could go somewhere, and then this bishop could come down here, and here I'll just throw in like a. Well, I should probably be careful because if you do auto replies, you're stuck. But anyway, this bishop coming down here to b4 would be really bad for me because there's a skewer there. So I guess that's maybe the move that I should have looked at as a possibility. But this knight doesn't seem to have any too scary places to go. Probably the move that would be the most problematic for me is this. Now it's attacking that bishop that I like a lot, and then the bishop also light square bishop is threatening to come down and pin my rook to my queen. So at that point we could have problems. We'll see if he plays it. Okay, so I think and we got a hey, it's my tournament game against none other than International Master Yakov Norwitz. We have a relatively symmetrical position going. So I don't have to think too hard about this one. We're just going to go ahead and get these. This is a formation I've learned from watching Ed Trice play his game, his own variant. I like how he plays it as black, and it's worked out well for me a number of times. Okay, so now I'm going to skip the 4-player games, and I'm going to go to the 3-player games. Let's see. Okay, so I brought the knight out. Bishops. We got fianchettos all over the place. Now it's time to decide if we're going to castle one way or the other. Let's see. I have to figure out where to put my queen. So looks like the light squares are pretty not being threatened at all. So I'm going to go here with the idea of sticking my queen in front of my king and then castling possibly queenside, depending on what the other guys are doing. So let's see. Just depends on what the other two people want to do. Okay, here I took a free pawn. Oh, look at this nasty pin. That's crazy. So white is actually helping me take this rook. Oh, but then I could lose a rook. That's kind of insane. But if I lose a rook, then if I lose a rook, black will lose their queen because of what white just did. Okay, and then are there any other three-player games? There are two circulars. Okay, let's see. So in the circular games, I know in one of these circular games I was getting attacked by both guys. Looks like this game has been really, really interesting. Everybody's kind of fighting everybody. But it was going pretty well for me for a minute, and then the two guys teamed up on me at just the right moment to mess me up pretty bad, so pretty badly. So now I'm probably just going to make a move that hopefully doesn't lose stuff. Oh no, I'm just going to go, I don't even know where to go. How about let's go pawn here. Okay. Alright, I did that to kind of slow down black's pawn. And then here's the game where like every single move, look at red and black. They aren't doing anything against each other. It's all me. They're just coming after me. So I'm just going to try to make some rather solid, non-aggressive moves and hope that one day they change their minds about who they're going to attack the whole single game. So I'll go here. That hits a pawn. Okay, now it's all four-player games. Let's start with my favorite, double chess. Okay, now this is a good game where I can just whip out the queen and start going nuts. Try to swing over to the yellow-green side. See what kind of shenanigans we can get into. So here we go. Alright, now the four-handed is like my least favorite. At least it's the one I have to think the hardest about, which is part of the reason why it's my least favorite. So, oh, look at this. Yellow and red have a real nasty potential mating attack going against blue, and I don't know what I can actually do to help. And knowing this noob official promoter, I've never seen him before really until we got whooped last game. So probably going to have serious problems here. There's not much I can really do. I could throw away my knight. So I'm just going to play this move and hope that red and yellow don't come down here. See, the thing is, yellow can, on the next move, yellow might be able to throw away yellow's queen, but then red can back it up, and then it's not a throwaway move at all. So here's four-handed. We'll come back to this last. Okay, now four-bent. I kind of like this one a little bit more than four-handed. So I'm going to go bring my queen over here and hope for a cheapo. Alright, so last and least, four-handed. You know, it's funny, this is the very first variant that I ever played, really, because I bought this actual board and set. I think the colors, I don't remember if the colors are the same. They might have been the same. And so I still have that somewhere. But this was my very first chess variant, really, that I ever at least bought a set to. Okay, so I brought the knight out. Blue is just getting destroyed. Red and yellow are just absolutely tag teaming. There's nothing I can really do to help. And blue has just been like Swiss cheese over there, giving up pieces like crazy. So I guess I'll just do a little cheap move here against yellow. I don't really have anything exciting to do, and blue's already chopped up. Okay, so that's it. Thursday morning green chess. We're caught up. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Now you see even deeper into the madness of at least every morning that I have all these games on green chess to play. Turn-based moves. I even had a tournament game there that I played a move in. So, well, make sure to like and subscribe. And that was a Trice's Chess tournament that we were playing on Discord for I think that tournament is $100 per win. And there was another one where it was $200 per win. So you guys should check out my video over on the Trice's Chess channel where I mentioned how I won $400 after 3 games. But yeah, I'm playing an international master there, so probably not getting any money from that one. We'll see. And so make sure to like and subscribe, share this video, comment down below. Let us know if there's any other variants you want us to check out. And otherwise, just share some feedback, and we will see you in the next video.